Morning everyone. It's March 19. I mean 18. March 18, 2019. It's about 8:15 a.m. I'm just leaving for work. I took my sweet time today. No stress, no worry. My guy's there this morning. He's gonna have fun with the supervisor because I told him that he won't be doing any painting, so he's with the supervisor all morning doing physical labor and assembly like he doesn't like. So today I want to talk about one thing that really tickles me off right now on the internet. It's a big topic, what we call usually fear-mongering, and the topic is called Planet X or Nibiru. Actually, these two are two different things. Nibiru is a planet that revolves around Planet X. Planet X is like a failed star, which is just as big as Jupiter. And right now it's supposed to be around the sun. And if you search the topic on the internet, you will find a shitload of information that is all unclear. Everything is unclear, everything is leading left and right, and there's no proper information. And my most favorite one is only if you're in Australia or on the south of the equator, very far on the south of the equator, that you can actually see Planet X beside the sun. But one thing that doesn't make sense is no matter where you are on this planet, what you see at the sun is the same thing everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're east, est, or north or south. It doesn't matter where you are. The sun will be the same everywhere you're gonna look at. It doesn't mean because you're 6,000 kilometers below that you won't see this. So I don't know if I make a topic about this last week, but this is really starting to piss me off, because either give us the right information or don't, or shut the fuck up. And there's like three main channels that are talking about this, and one is hosted by a guy named Michael, which is in the Adirondack in New York State, and the guy supposedly has his information from a whistleblower from Russia, and I'm sure by now that probably his whistleblower is dead or something, or just leading astray other information. But one thing is for sure right now is they are trying to hide something. What's going on in space, what's going on around the planet. And a lot of people are wondering what's causing all the earthquake, what's causing all the climate change and everything like this. And they all want to blame that on the human race, but it's not the human race that causes climate change. It's what's going on in space. Last week, just an example, there was two major solar flares coming on Thursday and Friday, and these 2 days they were very warm. We reached almost 10-15 degrees Celsius, and it's not because of the clouds or whatever. It's because of the solar flare that heat up the planet. And some other of my friends across the world, they were reporting me that yes, that day they were having extreme weather. And he say like, why only that day? And my friend across the country in British Columbia, he say in British Columbia it was about 5 degrees Celsius, and during the Thursday and Friday it was about 25, and then it went back down. Like today it's back to minus 4 today. So whoever comes and claim climate change, I tell them bullshit. Just do your homework and you'll see it's not related to what we're doing. The dinosaur did much worse in their millions of years that we're here. The human race is still very young, and we only pollute physically the planet, not atmospherically. And trust me, when you have like 2 or 3 millions dinosaur farting methane every day, you will see what's left over. And if you don't believe that's what it was, that's what they did, just look in the Russian tundra, the methane that is stuck in the permafrost. the amount of methane that's stuck in the permafrost. And all the fossil fuels, and people, and that's one of my favorite as well, is when people talking about oh, we're gonna run out of fossil fuels in many years, and some years, and 1 years at the pace we're going. And so like, no, don't worry, the government and the petroleum industry, they have that cover, and there's plenty of fuel left for the next 25 years. So that's why you're not gonna see any day soon that we're gonna have electrical cars. From the time that I'm alive to a very, very long time ahead, unless there's a global catastrophe that's going to kill everyone and destroy every industry, we're not going to run out of fossil fuel for a long time. Nope, we're not going to run out. We're good for, I think the last estimate that I saw was 2,125. That we're until like we're just starting to run out of fossil fuel. And no, the human greed, as long as there's human greed and the wrong priority on this planet, there won't be any change regarding what pollution's created. There won't be any electrical ship or nuclear power ship or anything like this. They're always going to use fuel, diesel or fossil fuel. The human greed is like a bottomless pit. There's no end to the human greed. That's one big disappointment of our society, is consumerism and capitalism. It's what caused human greed. For me, if I was lucky and fortunate enough to win a good amount of money on the lottery, I wouldn't keep that money to myself. I would use that money to create business, create employment, create jobs, permanent things that will serve others as well, and they will provide for them, provide a career, provide a job. That's an awesome change lane. And the thing almost flipped over. Oi, yeah, me too. So this is one of our biggest problems on this planet. And socialism and communism won't solve this problem. Sorry. Always when I'm in the middle of a talk, socialism will fail in every situation because people will start to be lazy and say, why should I care if I need to work or anything like this if I'm being provided for? For me, if I was to take the Prime Minister position of Canada, my main concern would be the comfort of my elderly who helped created this country. And the Indian who surrounded this country, gave up his country. So the people that really deserves it would be the one that I would start to occupy, to think about in that manners. Then you got the people on welfare that can't find a job. Then I would create a force that would actually put these people to work. There is enough work today to put a lot of people back to work. And on the immigrant side, you have three types of immigrant. You have the refugee, you have the political, and you have the people that just want to come and work in a better country. And the refugee, I would review many times over their situation, because their life is in danger, and it's a human thing to give them opportunity. But they wouldn't come here having free money, not at all. It's like, you come here, I'm gonna find you a job right away, and you have to work. It doesn't matter how bad the work is, you have to work. You're not gonna come here and be a freeloader. And then there's the other immigrant. the one that are displaced because their country is too poor, it's the same deal. I'm not going to give you free money more than the elderly for you to do nothing. Fuck that. And worst of all is like they're giving incentive for them to have kids, and they're not giving anyone here that are native to here any incentive to have kids. They're cutting benefit, they're cutting tax, all that kind of shit. So you see where the thing is going wrong with society is they're they're giving priority to people that are not deserving of it because we don't know where they come from or who they are, compared to people who are already here and are deserving of that. You know, back in my day, if having a kid wasn't so expensive, maybe I would have tried harder with my wife. But for me, having a kid here is so expensive that it would suck every resource that I have. And the government doesn't do anything to help you with this. They only help the one that are on welfare. And a lot of people are having welfare baby, meaning that they're having baby after babies just to remain on welfare. And they're laughing and they're respecting the people that are actually working. And I know a few of those people. And these people, they're young, 22, 23 years old, that can actually go to work. So this is a situation that's the same here as it is in the United States and every other country. So you understand the frustration of the people that actually get up in the morning and having to go to work, and they have to work for the people that don't want to do anything. They say like, why should I? Like, you're there to do that for me. Like, if it was just for me, I would just slay these people. Fuck that, man. It's like, you're a useless eater. You're a useless member of society. The way of thinking is the problem. And instead of saying, well, that time that I'm unemployed, maybe I could go to school to learn a good trade and get a decent job. So later on, my kid could have a good study as well, and then they could provide for you when you're becoming elderly. But for me, when I'll become an elderly, there won't be jack shit for me when that time comes. I'm going to be 65 years old, and I still will have to work until I die. You know, so not much for retirement. But you say like, oh, well, you only had to make good choice in your life. Well, if you check my previous other videos, you'll learn that people's choice are exemplary of where they are raised and how they live. So that doesn't have to, it's only a small factor of what caused the situation. For me, it's just upsetting to see that there's so many people that are doing nothing with their lives, and they're just happy sitting at home doing jack shit. And then they're wasting our money, they're wasting resource for other people who needs it. And don't think that I'm aiming this video towards Muslims that are not doing anything, because a good percentage of all the Muslims that are here, they're actually working and contributing, and they're not planning anything like terrorist related or installing their Sharia law. They just want to have a peaceful life here and contribute to society. At my workplace, most of them are, I would say, integrist. What we call integrist is the immigrant that comes here and they want to meddle to this country and they want to be part of it. They don't want to be cast aside as radical terrorists or anything like this. They just want to contribute, raise their family in safety, and don't have to deal with terrorism in their life. That's what happened in their country. Unfortunately, most of the time, they don't understand that they have to abide to what's here and follow the rules and the custom. You know, your wife here is free to do whatever she wants. So she doesn't have to wear the stupid thing on their head, even if it's your religion. You want to be free, take that off. That's being free. If you keep wearing it, it's still a sign of oppression. Even though if it's your religion, that sign in your religion is sign of oppression. You're not free. You're still being oppressed. Sometimes people don't understand the logic of things. It's like those feminist posters when they say like women are equal to men in every way, and then on another sign it says all men are pigs. So like, what does that make you, a swine? You know, like Einstein said it, two things are infinite in this world: the universe and the stupidity of man. And I mean man and woman alike. Anyway, I'm at work. I wish you guys all have a good days. And if you ever have any idea of a topic I should talk about, please write in the comments below for anyone who read this. Because sometimes I just run out of idea of what to talk, and most of the time it's going to end up very negative. So, have a good day, everyone.